All right, folks. So I just did this video on this whole Minnesota fraud thing, and apparently Trump has had enough. He sent Homeland Security in, and this has happened within like the last 3 or 4 hours. This is breaking news. We got to find out what's going on.
Homeland Security officials are on the ground in Minneapolis conducting a massive investigation into the multiple ongoing fraud schemes
Told
happening in
you.
the city. Attorney General Pam Bondi is warning lawmakers to buckle up as this investigation is far from over. The AG also announcing that officials have charged 98 individuals so far in this investigation.
What did I say? I said someone has to get in trouble. I said that in the video. I said somebody has to go to jail. Someone is going to be the face of this problem. And they said it was a Somalian based thing. So now they're saying 98 individuals have been charged. 85 of them are Somalian. Duh. But what does that have to do with where the money's going? Where's the money?
With 85 of those being of Somali descent. Who is
Where's the
next
munyan?
on the line in this heightened investigation? Well, joining me now to break it all down is president of the Oversight Project, Mike Howell. Mike, thanks for talking to us about this morning. Before we get into this, I want to run this sound. This is from the manager at one of the daycare centers denying the fraud allegations, kind of at the center of this. Listen to this.
A lot of the journalism that's been going on the last couple of days has been really dishonest. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but I do feel like what was done was someone came to our building outside of operating hours. When there's a specific sign on our door that says our
That sign wasn't there before, y'all. That sign was not there before.
days and our hours. He came outside of those hours and then claimed, hey, they're closed and they're still making money. They're using taxpayer money to work. And it's like, you don't come outside of operational hours and then say they're using taxpayer money. That was completely false.
Mike, how well or not so well are those comments going to age?
I don't think too well. I mean, you saw the videos not only in Minneapolis, but they're popping up in cities across the country. I mean, it stands for what exactly it looks like. There's a bunch of daycare centers with no kids. There are autism programs that are being ripped off Medicaid dollars with no autistic kids. This is part of the strategy of a broader left-wing immigration project paired with mass welfare, and we're seeing the most logical outcomes of that right now.
You know, how far does this go down the pipe? You talk about all these other states and communities. I'm sure we're going to see more of this. I would bet my life on it, to be honest. But how far does this go down the pipe? Because, you know, they're asking for Tim Walz to step down. Does he step down? Who's going to be held accountable? What does accountability look like in this?
Yeah, I think Tim Walz politically becomes more popular with Democrats. He's doing what he's there to do for them. This is their operating and governing strategy. You bring in third world migrants. You don't ask them to assimilate. Somehow by U.S. policy, we give them the right to vote over time. And you have a political constituency as a Democrat. It's your job to get them money by any means necessary, including waste, fraud, and abuse and programs with zero oversight. So Democrats
That boy said waste, fraud, and
how far does this
abuse.
go? This is the broader national governing strategy. It's why Democrats support mass immigration, demand no assimilation, and protect ethnic enclaves from countries with, tribal issues and piracy as their chief economic output. They put them here for this reason. None of this is surprising, and it goes across the entire country. It's a governing strategy.
Yeah, Pam Bondi says this is just the tip of the iceberg. My question is, how was all of
That man needs a mustache or something. He needs some type of facial hair.
this missed? If this is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is already billions and billions of dollars just missing, how is this missed? Yet they still ask for more taxpayer dollars.
Because it's going in somebody's pocket, people. This money is not just going to the building and the fund. You ever go to church? Wait. You ever been to church? Right? And I grow up out here in the South. You ever been to church and they start collecting money, but they've been collecting money like they've been talking about the building fund for the past 10 years, and they just keep collecting and collecting. But that light's still flickering. That door's still hanging off the hinges. The bathroom downstairs barely works, but they've been collecting money. That money is not going to what you think it's going to at all. It's not. It's not. Not in the least bit.
I think, frankly, Republicans failed to acknowledge how Democrats are truly operating, and many of them were scared for political correctness. You see, some Republicans very involved in the Somali caucus and, defending that ethnic enclave up there for a long period of time. But now they're being greeted with facts and they're running to catch up. And so Republicans need to get serious about what the American people actually demand in an immigration policy to not allow this and then not allow it to be rewarded with mass government
So,
welfare programs that are intended to be handled by the states and drive money to their preferred new political constituencies.
Yeah. So
okay. So, um, I don't think this is an immigration thing at all, but it allows whoever's governing that city, that town, that state, it allows them a dummy. It gives them a dummy to fall on. So yeah, we have 100 million Somalian immigrants in the state, and according to being a Democrat, we have to help these people. So now we need government funding to do so. These people have decided to start a business. Well, this is America. America loves startup companies. America loves when people are trying to be business owners. They really do. And they do try to help you. So now you have immigrants starting businesses, and it seems like a Democrat's dream, right? You're helping, you're providing, your government welfare systems are being put into place, and they're actually, helping and giving money or whatever it is they're doing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like right now, I don't think it's a Republican Democrat thing. I don't think it's a immigrant thing. I think, right? This is just me thinking out loud. I think, what's his name? Tim Waltz or someone, whatever like that. If not him, someone very close to him knows exactly what's going on. See, Tim, he might not really know, but someone within one of his circles, with one of his 1 to 2 degrees of separation, they know what's going on. Also, they might be getting paid off of this. Millions of dollars going to a daycare, but yet nothing's going on. I send you $1 million and I just say, hey, just give me, I'm giving you $1 million. Just give me 400,000. Matter of fact, give me 400,000. I'm not even gonna take half. Just give me 400,000. You can keep the rest because we're gonna keep this going. Or I could flip it and say it's going to look like you're getting $1 million, but you're really only going to get like 300,000. I'm gonna take the 700,000. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna help you out right there. I'm gonna take the 700,000 off your hands, and I'm gonna let you keep the 300,000. To a Somalian immigrant, $3 is great. Now imagine what 300,000 would feel like. They don't give a damn about the million. They don't care about that. Somebody's eating off of this, and it's not just them. That's my thought. Somebody's eating off of this, and it's not just them, bro. But you heard it here. They're moving quick. So maybe by, let's say, what, January 5th, something will really be going on. We'll really know something. But 98 people indicted, and 85 of them are Somalian descent, of Somalian descent. Duh. I don't care about those numbers. I want to know where the money at. That's what I want to know. I'm sure you do too. Stay locked in, man. Stay on top of this story. The more I get, the more I'm gonna bring to you. That's how it goes. Peace.
Perfect.